Here is what you missed on Malone's Hype Line.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back and we're in full effect, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to bring in Crusher. Man, what's good with you, man? How you doing?
I'm outstanding, brother. How you feeling this lovely day they call Wednesday?
Oh, man, I'm good, man. I'm blessed at the same time, bro. I really do appreciate you calling in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem. Always.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, man. Man, let me say it like this, bro. When you think of names such as Lil Jon, Yin Yang Twins, Young Bloods, Sean Paul, when you think of names such as that who really put down that crunk movement you guys had in 02, 01, 03, your name has to be phenomenous in there because, I'm going to be honest with you, that Never Scared joint, bro, that's a classic by all times. Straight up.
Oh, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Oh, yeah, anytime, man. Man, let me ask you this. Now, after 10 years, now it's been 10 years, how do you feel about that Never Scared joint now? How do you feel about that?
I mean, I feel good about the record. You know, it still pleases me. So I got nothing but love for the song. You know, and, everybody still loves it like it's brand new for some reason, and that's a wonderful thing for me. You know,
yeah, most definitely, most definitely.
Definitely love it.
Now, yeah, most definitely. Now let me ask you this. Now, you know, I know a lot of people been asking, you know, where's Crusher been? So what you been doing these couple of years, bro? You know, I know that you been laying low. So what's been good with you these past couple of years?
You know, I've been working on my album, you know, and the album's called My Life, and I've been kind of brainstorming and trying to figure out how I want to come back at them and everything. So I decided that I would come with, like I always do, I come with what I feel. And I feel that the only thing that's harder than anger is love. So I decided to come with a definite love of music this time, more than the anger with the love of the music. So I brought the passion from my heart and my mind about all the things that was going on with me throughout these last years of this new album. So I got a lot of friends on there from you know, Jill Scott and Marshawn Ambrosius, Brian Devon, Charlie Wilson, Nora Jones, Dr. Dre, everybody that I've worked with over the years on the album. You know, they built the project and it's kind of like, boom, let's do something groundbreaking with this one. I actually had Big Daddy Kane listen to the album last week at my house, and he was like, boom, this is crazy. Like, chill.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it, brother, man. It's a great one.
Oh, man, it's and we're going to get into some of your joints, though, and I listened to some of them, and it has a completely different sound. And I wanted to ask you, how did you come up with that sound? Because I always want to ask, you know, artists, whenever they, you know, not necessarily reinvent themselves, but go with a different direction of sound, how do you go about doing it?
You know, I never ever thought about it like, where I was trying to reinvent or trying to come with a sound. I just was doing whatever my mind and my spirit was telling me to do. And I was definitely trying to go with that. And I never even think. You know, it's like when I get on stage and perform, I don't think. And when you go on the radio show, you don't think. You just do what you do. You've already prepared yourself for the future. So get on the microphone and start thinking until you start messing up. So I think that's what's wrong with the music now. We do a lot of thinking. We've all become a little white, and we've become a little like we've all been kind of Americanized now. So, and we've lost our spirit. So I kind of stay in my vibe and my feeling always.
Oh, definitely. As real as it gets. As real as it gets. I want to get into your first joint, and it's called Soldier Slim Bone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, tell us about the joint.
Slim. I mean, it's a record about God, you know, and we're soldiers for God, soldiers for the movement of what has to be done right now, and I'm a radical for God, so that means that I'm coming and wiping out people. I'm a soldier, so I'm wiping out all the sinners and all the wackiness that has to be done. So that record came out from those feelings, and I was thinking about Make It Right. I was thinking about that the whole time when we came up with the record. So, and the feeling was that I said, "Yo, we're gonna do this record about God, and we soldiers for God. And we got to get rid of these white clowns." So that was the whole feeling behind the record. Yes, sir. Yeah,
man, that was. Yo, man, I just love it. You brought back. I felt like you brought back that old smooth ride back, that ATL style. When you could just ride back in your car and chill, whatnot.
That's the funny thing you said that, man, because when I was making the album, I was blessed to work on the Detox with Dr. Dre out in L.A. A couple of years back. So, and he told me that he said, what people spend most of their time at is in their bedroom and in their car. So if you make an album for their bedroom, you make an album for their car, you're going to win. So I was like, man, I always listen to the great ones. And I took that gem he gave me, and I started making my album accordingly to that. I said, I'm going to make a riding album, nothing but the vibe and the feeling for real music, and bring that back to the essence of the whole scene. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
that's what's missing. Right?
I like
it. The vibe is missing.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. I recently discovered that you also had worked with my man, Grizzly.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he was just on here not too long ago. He was telling us about his story or whatever, man. Good guy, bro. Good guy. Straight up.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's my nigga. Good people.
So, yeah, man, most definitely. So, let me ask you this. Now, a lot of times in this game, and you said it yourself, it's not the same anymore. So, how do you feel about the hip-hop as of right now? How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's lacking in a lot of areas, but it's our fault, And the same thing I tell every radio interview, everybody asks me, I said, it's our fault. We didn't teach these cats, man. Like these young cats that are coming out the South, they weren't taught. They didn't have no struggle. It's like they're like the offspring of John and me and Youngbloods and even Outkast. And we never taught them struggle, because they don't know struggle. It's like your kid, like daddy's baby, son's maybe, and that's the whole mentality they have now, because the hole is so big they don't have to fight for nothing, so they can come out with songs and they don't say nothing. They just be and everybody go crazy because the South is, back when the South was not big, we had to compete with New York and L.A. and even Texas. We had to compete with them. So competing with them, we had to make our songs. If we're going to do our sound, it had to be bigger than they sound. Our show had to be bigger than they show, because you have to be the best, you have to beat the people that's on top. So they on top. So they ain't got no competition. And that's the problem. And I think that the lack of learning, the lack of struggle, the lack of them knowing where we came from, as far as Atlanta was not the joint back in the day. And it wasn't even that long ago. It was only 10 years ago. They acting like we've been on top forever. We haven't been on top forever. So it can go back. We can lose it. We can lose. The South can lose it if we don't get ourselves ready for the future and make better music, because people are getting tired of hearing it. So when they get tired of hearing it, it's like, oh, what's next? Who's next? Who's the next to reign? And that's what's going to happen. It might be the Midwest. It might be Tech N9ne's turn. It might be whoever it is. Somebody else is going to come and take the title, because we're not performing like we're supposed to.
That's real. That's, man, deep thoughts on Malone's Hype by Crustle, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a epic thing right here. Now, before we go to your next joint, I want to ask you this. Now, a lot of people ask me, Malone, I want to make a hit. How can I make a hit? Now, let me ask you this, Crustle. Is there a secret formula to making a hit, or is this you got to go in there and hope for the best and take a leap out on faith?
I mean, there's no such thing as, first of all, I tell everybody that asks me that, right? And then most times the artists is like, how do you know Never Scared was a hit? I said, I knew Never Scared was a monster because I felt it. They don't understand that. They be like, what? I said, I felt it. Like, I felt it. So when I felt it, I believed that it was it. We are all sonic beings. We're all connected by electricity. So I believe that the record was a monster. I wholeheartedly understood what that record felt like. The word is felt. They don't understand feeling no more. I told you we're like robots now. We're like white people. So we lose our groove. We lost our rhythm. So I felt that record because I was going through that. I wasn't giving no falsehoods. I wasn't trying to be nobody else. I was just being me. I was coming from a place of being outside the club and thinking I'm a punk. And I had to show them. So I'm outside the industry and they think I'm a punk. So I'm about to show these New Yorkers. I'm about to show everybody that I'm a monster. So that's what I knew was a monster because I felt it. I'm black. I don't have to think. I groove. I'm musically together. I don't have to say, well, this is a hit. No, I don't do that. I don't even count when I do anything. I just do it. You can ask my woman. She'll tell you I do songs in 2 seconds. I can do a song every 10 minutes because I'm black. I can groove. When I dance, I don't think. Our children have lost that. They have lost the essence of us. And so we have to, that's why I tell them, I say, man, listen, don't come to me asking me what no hit is because I don't know. What I know is that I'm black and I like to groove. So when you hear it, you know it's a hit. That's how you know. When everybody around you black saying that's a monster, that's a monster. That's it. If they like it, they like it. You can't stop a hit. I mean, a monster. Like, you have records that are like, cool, and people start vibing to it, but it's not really a hit. Those are called, we call them widgets.
Yeah.
They're just following trends. I don't follow trends. I just do what we do. So, but it is what it is. I don't really know how to tell them out what a hit is. All I do is tell them to feel what you feel. If you feel good about it, make sure that you really do feel it, and you can put it out there and make everybody like it. Really.
Most definitely. And speaking of hits, I feel like this is going to be a hit in itself. It's called "Stay," featuring Raheem. Mm-hmm. Now, give us a background on this one.
Me and Raheem did 2 records. "Stay" and I think you have "Vibrations" is a record that Raheem came up with. He was like, "Boom, I got this record, man. I heard this, that beat you just played." And once again, that's what I'm trying to tell you about the vibe with black. I played him a beat for 4 seconds. He says, "Boom, I got a hook for that already." He sung it in my ear, went in the booth, and started recording it instantly. There was no writing it. There was no nothing. He just vibed it out, and it came out like it is now. And I was like, man, I'm going to vibe right with your vibe. We're going to talk about all the wonderful things that black women mean because I love women. A lot of these guys don't love women, and you can tell because the music is not felt by you and by the woman, and it sounds plastic. So we have to know that when we vibed out at the end, he was like, yo, this is a monster. I said, yes, it is. And my girl was there. She was like, this record, crazy. I love it. It feels so good. I said, yeah, baby, you're right. Let's get it.
Oh, definitely, man. That's and Crusher, bro, you speak so real, man. You speak real, man, and I got to commend you on that. And I want people to really check this out because I really digging your what you got going on right here. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, "Stay," Crusher's single, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you check it out on Malone's Pipeline. And here we go. Oh, he said he's bringing back the Millennium, ladies and gentlemen. He's bringing back that old vibe, that good. He said it's still got the groove back. Crusher, you there, man?
Yes, sir.
Man, that's crazy right there, bro. That's a nasty ass song, bro. Man, something crazy right there.
Appreciate you.
Now,
appreciate you, man.
I know you work with a lot of people, but who is somebody that you would like to work with?
From right now?
Yes.
I don't work with everybody I want to work with. Let me see. Who I like to work with? Man. Quincy Jones. I would be an honor. I said Quincy Jones. Yeah, I would love to work with Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones is oh man. I mean, wow. I would love to work with Quincy on an album. I mean, like, this is the guy that really. I mean, You don't want to work. You got to work with the best. I've worked with all the greatest hip hop producers, whether it be Dre or L or L Rock or Lil Jon or Rhythm or Drummer Boy. I work with all of them. I see all of them. Jim Johnson. I work with every art producer in the game. So I don't even hip hop wise, you know. And I even work with Randy from American Idol. You know, we did a Mariah Carey record together. So I work with Jermaine, L.A. Reid, Babyface. I work with all them. So I mean, just Quincy Jones would be the epitome of my life.
Okay.
You know.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Who are you listening to right now, man? Who's Crusher listening to? What's in your CD player? What's in your iPod? Who you jamming to?
Who I'm jamming to right now? I mean, you know, I'm listening to real. Hey, my girl said I ain't listening to nobody really, but I'm listening to a lot of the classics. You know, whether it be Hall & Oates, Commodores, Roberta Flack, Donny Hathaway, Ella Fitzgerald. I'm listening to the great ones that did it big. You know, whether it's Michael Jackson or Stevie Wonder. I'm just listening to the great ones. You know, on the rap side, I'm listening to Little Brother. I'm listening to Run DMC. I'm listening to, and I'm listening for different reasons. I listen and I learn. I emulate those that have done it in a level that has been more on the stratosphere areas. You know what I mean? I don't look at regular people's music and emulate that. I'm gonna emulate the ones that are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Grammy winners, the ones that are doing it or done it in a way that has made society change. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm listening to.
Okay, cool. Before we get into your song, your other joint, Vibrations, let me ask you this: what can people expect from the album My Life?
I mean, basically that. It's about my life and bringing the groove back to the dance floor, bringing the music back to your soul, back to your feeling, back to your heart, back to your... If you know that, I haven't said your head because that don't do nothing. I want to move your groove. I want to make you feel good about being black. You know, I want to make sure that I can sell some albums. I want people to follow that formula because that's going to keep people in, like myself and other rappers, with a job. I want to make sure you keep a job. And that, if we thought like that more often, the music will be better. Because if the music is bad, it's what happens. Your job goes away, my job goes away, when we'll both be working at McDonald's together, flipping burgers, or robbing somebody, or selling dope, or doing something illegal. Because without rap, what would any of us be right now? What would you be without rap? What would I be without rap music, without the music business? You know what I mean? And it can go away real fast. You know, and I just got an award in Atlanta a couple weeks ago, some type of Pioneer Award. I got a Pioneer Award for helping create the sound of the South. And I was telling the people in my acceptance speech, I said, listen, this has not always been here. This can go away. Do not believe because it's here now, it's going to be here forever. So if you are not putting the effort behind what it takes for this to stay here, this could go bye-bye. And we can all flip burgers together. They all bust out laughing, but I was dead serious. That ain't funny. I don't want to flip burgers. I don't want to work at the post office. I don't want to work at UPS. So I got to figure out a way for my job to be right and your job to be right.
Oh, definitely. That's real. That's real as it gets, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get it with your joint, the Vibrations. Same thing with Raheem. Tell us the background on this one.
Well, you know, I did the record at my house, and I heard the record. My boy Nito did the beat. Nito, monster producer. I heard it and I was like, yo, oh my God, I was up late, man, on one. feeling good about life, and I started just singing the hook out my head. I don't know where it came from. And I did the hook, and Raheem sung some pieces over top of it. He did his verse, and we vibed out on the record, and that's why it's called Vibrations, because the record is all vibe, just feeling it, and I hope you like it.
Oh, definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, Vibration. Shout out on Country Entertainment, man. Yo, what up, man? That was, oh my God, bro. Real tough. Y'all be making some banger joints on the real. Real tough, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Trying to keep it right. Trying to keep the music good.
Most definitely. What would be if a new artist came in there and said, "Hey, I'm trying to get out there." What advice would you give to that artist?
I'm working with my artist Diggs. He's from New Jersey, and everything that he does is dope. And I can't. When I say that, I meant to say, like, with artists, in order for you to know that you're dope, to know that you have it, you don't have to really, everybody will tell you. You know what I'm saying? If you're telling yourself that you're dope, that's narcissistic, and you've lost your mind. And it becomes, a lot of these guys around here really think they dope, and they think they're a label. They don't understand that the parameters of everything that goes along with being a label, and everything that goes along with being promoting, and everything else. And I always tell them, I say, stars don't promote. That's not their job. Their job is to do music. That's their job, And the independent game is good and bad. Independent game is good on the side of like a guy like Tech Nine, who has a real label, and they are actually working projects. But then you have this guy down here who thinks that he's a label, and it's just himself, and himself. And that's not a label. A label consists of a lot of people doing a lot of things to make your project go out. And that's what I tell a lot of artists. Like, you're not a label. If you want to be an artist, be an artist. It ain't your job to put out records. It ain't your job to go do this. It ain't your job. And that's the thing that's messed the game up a lot. A lot of people think they can do it because they got a little cash, and they think that they can just go out and put records out, and that's all they need to do. No, that ain't how it works. You'll get some pub because you paid for it. Yeah, they're going to say you do whatever because you're paying for it. When that money stops, your music going to stop. So it's not really dope. It's just a whole bunch of crap. So if you I tell them, I say, man, if I hear you, man, if I tell you ain't good, you ain't good. Somebody need to tell you that. Everybody telling you ain't good, it don't mean that they hate you. They telling you the truth. You got to get better. Somebody told me that I wasn't good all the time. My stage show was not good at first. I had somebody tell me, yo, you whack. Real. And I respect their opinion. That's the problem with these young cats. They don't respect nothing but themselves. And you have to know that everybody's not out to get you. Everybody's not just out to tell you that you whack. Just to tell you whack. So when it comes to that, I tell all new artists that ever come around me, if you good, I'm going to tell you good. And we're going to work on some music. But if you whack, I'm going to tell you whack. It ain't nothing really until you get better. Not saying you eternally whack, but, work on your craft. Work on yourself. Work on your artistry. Work on your stars. A lot of people don't work on their stars. They just do what they do, and then everybody look the same. And you see them. You're a DJ. You're a disc jockey. You hear these records. You be like, man, good Lord, another one of these records? Oh, my God. All right, here's the next one. It's like one long record. You didn't even have to mix them. You just put them all next to each other, and it's the same tempo, same feeling, same everything, and it don't feel like nothing. And it don't make you mad. It don't make you happy. It don't make you sad. It don't make you angry. It don't make you do nothing. What is music if it's not emotional? Music is a feeling. It's not science. It's not something that you can. That's why we're so good at it. That's why we used to be good at it. That's why they follow us. That's why they used to follow us. Because we're so good at feeling. They don't know what feeling is. They 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're 1, 4, 6, 5, 8, 2. We everywhere. We dancing all over the floor. Looking at us like, what in the world is they doing? God, that's amazing. I wish I could do that. Now we all want to be like them. And you can't be like somebody else, man. Be yourself, man. Be yourself, man. Be real with yourself. Be black. All black people never really cared about money. When did we start caring about money? We never had it. You know, I told this one cat, I told this one cat, I said, man, listen, bro, you ain't got to front for nobody, man. None of our families come from money. None of our families. So don't get on around me talking about you got bread, partner, because nobody's family come from money. We all hustle. We all did what we had to do to get where we at. So that means that we ain't got nothing. So don't come around me acting like you got something. You ain't got nothing. I got more than you if you want to talk about that. Let's not even talk about money. Let's just talk about how we can grow. Musically, grow. Financially, grow as a people. We can't do that, man. We don't need to be around each other. If I don't want to hear about your money phones, that ain't going to do nothing. That's not going to motivate the people. Ain't going to do nothing for nobody. Because you ain't got it. Everybody black ain't stupid. We know you ain't got no money, man. We know that, man. We know. Like, ain't nobody dumb, man. Ain't nobody dumb, bro. You talking about you got 4 Porsches, your shoes run over on the side. You got I be at these little competitions, man. They all be talking about money and whatever's hot right now. I'm like, man, you ain't got no money, man. You driving around in a ragged ass, and you living like this. And you ain't, man, come on, man. Let's stop, bro. Stop fronting, man. Then if you stop fronting, you can see yourself and then work on that. Then you can get some money. That's why I tell people.
That's real. That's real, man. That's real as it gets, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how else to break it down to you, but what he just said. Let me, we're coming down to the end of the interview. I want to ask you a couple more questions, maybe get one more person, maybe 2. And let me ask you this. Now, 3 years from now, man, 3 years, where do you see yourself?
Hopefully, moving a nation, moving the world again. That's where I see myself. That's where I see
that music you will. With that type of music.
Appreciate it.
You gonna make old school come back out again.
What it's about? It's not old. It's always relevant. There's no such thing. You know, black people always get tired of what we are. We're afraid to be who we are. You know, you never hear the Jews say they get mad about matzo balls. Why do we get mad about people saying that we love fried chicken and things of that nature when we all eat fried chicken? I don't understand the logic of it, but that's just us as a people, I guess. I love fried chicken. I'm like Dave Chappelle. I didn't know I was I didn't know there was wrong with fried chicken. I eat it all the time. What's wrong with that? But that's the thing, man. Like we gotta learn how to get it together, man, as a people, man, and stop being ashamed of who we are and embrace ourselves, man. Embrace it and learn to love us. Then we can prosper as a people.
The Twitter, Facebook, how do you keep up with that? Because I can't. I sure as hell can't. I got a Facebook, a Twitter, Instagram, everything.
I don't. I be on all of them all the time, man. I be on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. All day. It's on my phone, so I just be on my phone all day. I just be vibing out with the people, see what the people are thinking, how we can make the people better, thinking it might be better than what I'm thinking. You know, we all have our faults. Individuals are very smart and intelligent, you know, so you get an individual fault sometimes. It's be like mind-boggling, like, wow, you're intelligent. That is amazing. I like that. But then you get a lot of stupidity. But you know, every once in a while you come across a smart person and you're like, oh man, that's amazing. That's a great vibe you was on. I'm on there all day, man, every day.
That's what's up. Crusher, bro. It's been a pleasure having you on here, man. It's been a real pleasure, a landmark, actually. Round of applause for Crusher, ladies and gentlemen. Man, it be bringing back the groove. He said Stella got the groove back. That's what he's saying.
That's funny.
So.
Make sure you tune in on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 9:30 p.m. Central Time. 773-897-3976. Only on Blog Talk Radio.